Welcome to RV Hour, powered by Giant Recreation World. An honest talk about the RV lifestyle, travel, costs, tips, and everything you need to know. Each week, we'll bring you the best and most helpful info, travel hacks, and answer your camping questions. Now, here's your host, Larry McNamara, CEO of Giant Recreation World.
Welcome to yet another RV Hour. I'm Larry McNamara, CEO and host of said show.
Yes, sir. Dwayne Adams, co-host and producer.
Brandon, your friendly neighborhood friend.
And we have a special guest.
Chris Stender with East to West RV Fifth Wheel Division. Thank you guys for having me here in Winter Garden today.
Good to have you.
It's going to be an action-packed episode. Number 124. Shut that door.
Shut the door.
Good God almighty.
There's money on the floor.
So, there's a lot to talk about. The East to West products.
Oh, yeah.
This brand new 2026 model year.
Yeah, we're excited. The backstory of East to West RV was founded in 2017 by Lisa Legal Reese, is her married name. Her father, Pete Legal, founded Forest River in 1996. And back in 2017, Lisa was in a different industry, lived in the Chicago area, but wanted to get involved in the RV industry, being her father was in it for well over 40 years. So in the northwest side of Elkhart, Indiana, built production facilities, lamination facilities. And for the first 2 years of the infancy, they just had travel trailers that started out with the Delaterra conventional built travel trailers, then went to the Alta. Then late 2019 is when the Fifth Wheel Division was founded.
Oh, man.
So here at Giant Recreation World, we offer the Ahara high-profile fifth wheel.
Luxury.
Luxury.
Yep.
Also offer the Tandara fifth wheel brand, and also we do offer the Takoda toy hauler brand as well too. So
Very exciting.
we are very young in the industry. East West is the largest founded female RV manufacturer in the history of the RV industry.
Oh, wow. That's something.
So
Did I mention she has red hair?
and great bloodlines.
There you go.
So unfortunately, Pete passed away late last year, but Lisa still continues to be a big part of our product, whether it's travel trailers, fifth wheels. We also have the Entrada Class C as well also. She's involved in daily operations, especially with decors and also floor plans. How many times do we have folks walk in these RVs and go, you can tell a man designed this.
Not in this one.
Not ours. Lisa's involved in a day-to-day basis, and it's not what I like, it's what the customer likes. I'm glad I matched today.
In fact, you look marvelous.
I
Simply marvelous.
Appreciate that. One goes with ones and twos go with twos.
There you go.
All right, so I just got the 2026 pricing from you, I think yesterday.
Yeah.
Correct.
So my update, my records are all updated now.
Okay. There we go.
New map pricing.
Nice.
So,
Everybody check the website.
So map pricing, you know what that stands for?
Tell us.
Minimum advertised price.
That's right. So
LAM.
we have to uphold their wishes of not current year model stuff, not pricing it below that map.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But if you go on our website and check out any of those awesome East to West fifth wheels, you'll see that none of them even come close to Matt. You know what? Because they're crazy. You've been in there tinkering around. I've been tinkering around this morning.
The slasher. He's slashing the prices. He had the paintbrush out this morning, painting over that price. Now it's this price now.
I just do that to mess with the people.
Yeah.
Even the front desk people, because when they're working a deal, they might be thinking it's one price, and then the customer says, "Oh, look,
It just changed.
they'd be like, dang, Larry."
They're very aggressively priced, and you're still getting a lot of product for your money. That's the key thing is they always say, people remember what they bought, forgot what they paid for it. So that lasts a lifetime.
Well, I know I hate doing this, but let's talk about the new floor plans and the new direction with, say, the Takoda product.
Ooh.
Originally, that was a half-ton towable
Okay.
with a couple others,
Yeah, and the Tandara product, the Takoda being toy hauler, Tandara,
Tandara.
okay.
Yeah.
We're here to work together. We're on the same team.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, Tandara had some half-ton towables, which we consider non-bed slide units. We're going to be bringing that down to about 2 to 3 floor plans. Then our full-size Tandaras, which we call them full-size with bed slides, we have gone for 2026 to a brand new front cap, which will give us a full stand-up front bedroom.
Right.
Oh,
So typically in a mid-profile fifth wheel, you do see that slant in the front of the roof line tapering down. Ours will be a full stand-up. I'm 6'6", so I have plenty of room up there. And also for 2026, with that full stand-up cap, is we will have wash and dryers included in our units.
Love that.
And also, along with wash and dryers, the Tandaras for 2026 will have 3 air conditioners.
yeah.
We need that in Florida.
That you do.
You know,
Very solid.
Past couple days.
we just took in a trade. I believe it was in Ormond Beach yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
That the reason they traded it is because they couldn't get it cool enough in the hot of the day.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So it
Big
was an
deal.
entry-level travel trailer with one air.
That's it.
And they just weren't happy. We're not happy campers. So
That is
get them happy.
That is the thing about RVs. Basically your sidewalls are only 2 inches thick, and you need as much production as you can get, especially with air conditioning. And living here for 6 years in Florida, it's awful nice in the mid-90s today and sunny as always.
Oh, yeah.
100% humidity.
We also, along with the Tandara, the front cap and high-profile washer dryer, and also the 3 airs, is we do have 4 new floor plans. We do have a 387 bunkhouse.
Oh, yeah.
We also have a 389 dual suite. Very similar floor plans. The only difference is in the back area, you will have a full bath. You'll have 2 full baths in both of them.
Right.
The 387 bunkhouse will give you a trifold hide-a-bed sofa with a bunk above and also a desk in that back room. And then the 389 dual suite, so we give it difference in the verbiage, will have a full bed in the back, and that will be on a power. As a power bed, it will tilt up, tilt down. Same, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
That's fancy.
Those are in production here next couple weeks. Then we also have a front living room Tandara coming as well. Also, its front living room's been around for many years, but it's still a very popular floor plan, especially at that price point, and may slide a dishwasher in on that.
Unbelievable.
There we go.
And then we do have, I'll get to Ahara in a second, but our Ahara 395 front bath and a half is on fire.
That one has been on fire.
It is on fire.
We
can't keep.
I got to ask, though, if the unit has a dishwasher, what do I call my wife? Bowl. Don't tell her I said that. So.
on her right.
I'm going to send her that little snippet.
Yep, she's getting clipped.
It's unbelievable.
Well, I do everything but give marriage counseling. We all, okay. And then also we, with the Tandara version of the 395 front bath and a half, it will be a rear kitchen, more of a rear kitchen than a front bath and a half, but it's going to be much shorter. But again, the 395 front bath and a half Ahara is on fire. So we're going to have a similar version with some separation in it in our Tandaras. And we're excited. So we're going to trim our offering down, and then we'll have a 295 rear living, which will be our standard 34, 35-foot couples coach triple slide rear living. So we're going to keep it simple.
Yeah, man.
3/4 ton towable.
I wanted to ask, too, are you guys switching floor plans for customer response, or is it an industry response?
It's trends more than anything. Yeah. We're seeing right now, if you go back to COVID, pre-COVID 2019, then when you get into COVID, prices went up 30-35%.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
So where our Ahara used to be is where the Tandara is now.
Right.
Gotcha.
Everything just trended up. Whether it's conventional travel trailers, laminated lightweight travel trailers, everything just trended up. So if people want the high profile features but a mid profile Tandara price point, we offer that.
That's what's for.
Then we have the Ahara, which complements the Tandara. The Ahara is what we call a high profile fifth wheel, where our shortest is 34 feet 7 inches, and we go up to 44 feet.
Oh wow!
So a high profile fifth wheel luxury is not as weight sensitive or price sensitive as the Tandara is.
Okay.
Maybe people have had at least one RV in their life where they have features and functions or wants, that they're looking for. So we have the 395 front bath and a half was introduced in January, doing very well. We also have a Ahara 383 UR. UR stands for utility room. So
We're gonna remember that.
Write that one down.
when you walk in that front door, you're going to see that washer dryer right there in the utility room, very similar to the 395 FB that has
That's right.
the laundry room. So that'll have a desk, a sink, a lot of cabinetry, a stackable washer dryer. But the key thing in this 383 utility room, we're going with a U-shaped kitchen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've talked to the guys earlier today and this week at your other stores. Is a lot of islands in the RV business, especially towables.
Yeah, man.
And people like separation. We moved here 6 years ago, and my wife had told me adamantly, I do not want a house that's wide open. I want walls and separation. So it's going to be 3 feet shorter than the 395. It's going to be about 1,200 pounds lighter. Different price point, but it's going to give you a desk in the utility room, stackable washer dryer, cabinetry, U-shaped kitchen, and it's going to be a rear living with a 65-inch TV.
Very nice.
Yeah, man.
That'll be on
fancy.
And then we also have a 385 dual suite. We currently have the Ahara 390 dual suite. The difference, we're still going to continue with 390. The difference is, like the 383 UR, we're going to put a U-shaped kitchen in this dual suite. Because, again, we want to give separation.
Yeah, man.
In the 390 dual suite, we do have the super sofa, which is in the door side slide, which all 5 do recline. It's a great floor plan. It's a 2 full bedroom, 2 full bath.
Oh, wow.
With a loft above. We just wanted to give another option to that. You know, we've been hearing that from customers.
As I figured. I figured there was something behind that move.
Yeah, it just makes my job difficult. Yeah, I don't know what to stock.
You want this floor plan, that floor plan?
Dishwasher.
No dishwasher.
The great thing about it, we're only offer 5 floor plans,
Right.
maybe 6 in Ahara, where we're going 5 in Tandara. I call it the Chick-fil-A, because, you have 6 or 7 or 8 options, and it's it's simple, it's easy. Where you go to McDonald's where you have 45, and it gets very confusing. So we want to keep it simple for sales, engineering, production, purchasing, also for the retail customer as well too. So
Yeah, man.
we feel these
Fantastic.
are awesome floor plans.
That is.
And in the Takoda toy hauler, we have a 399 TH for toy hauler, and like the 383, 390, the others, U-shaped kitchen with separation.
Oh,
So I think we have a great lineup of floor plans.
You think that's going to kill the 350?
350 and the 400 are those are exact same floor plans. The only difference between those two is the 350 TH has 11-foot garage. The 400 has a 16-foot garage. Those will still be good sellers because of the price point, but the 399 I think will bring us additional business.
There you go.
It's again, we listen to the customer. I'm on the road 110, 120 nights a year. I don't have time to RV. My hobby is when I can play golf when I can.
There you go. And now that you're Florida, there's no reason to not come and play golf with Larry.
Exactly. See, you heard it, America.
Unbelievable.
You heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're here training our Winter Garden dealership today, and I'm sure the sales guys here are fantastic. I'm sure they hung on every word. So if you're using a scope and you're sniping different manufacturers' products with each one of your offerings, what would you say you're aiming for? Like in the Tandara, what's that going? What's that aimed at?
Well, our Tandara right now, like I say, the price points have trended. It's and I've been in the business 21 years. The business has changed because travel trailer buyers used to pull 37, 38-foot, travel trailers back then, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. But, probably 10 years ago when they got to about 36 foot, then they jump right up into fifth wheels. Because the benefit of a fifth wheel versus travel trailer is your overall length can be minimized because approximately 5 or 6 feet. So make a long story short, Larry, is the East to West fifth wheel products price point and features. We're not the Golden Corral of steakhouse. We're not entry level. We're not the Roost Chris where we have everything plus. I think we're the Texas Roadhouse of the RV industry because you get a lot for your money. You get consistency. great eye appeal, great floor plans.
That makes a
So,
lot of sense.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
You know, R&D in our business is not research and development, it's rip off and duplicate. So,
There you go.
I'm sure we'll be duplicated here soon, but imitation's a form of flattery.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Now, the utility room reminds me of the house.
Mm-hmm.
When, you go through the garage and you go into the utility room, where usually your washer and dryer is, maybe a sink,
Yeah.
also some cabinetry,
Yeah.
Yep.
Like a little mud room or
a
something.
little mud room.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a big trend I saw at the open house last year. And I really liked it, from who offered it. And I'm glad you do now.
Even on our dual suites, we have a rear entry door, even 2 full bedroom, 2 full bath. Rear entry door, because that's multi-purpose in the rear. It could be used for additional adult.
Oh, yeah.
There are some people that don't sleep together, so.
Well, is that the poop and go room?
It's, yeah.
Pull over the side of the road. It's on this style.
Quick, fast. Quick.
Yeah.
Now, I got to say, with the UR, utility room,
Yeah.
another wife joke. You can just tell her that's your room.
Well, no, it has a desk in it, too.
Get to work, woman.
Has a desk. As a matter of fact, it has a dry erase board.
Oh,
Too, so
look at that.
That's cool.
it could be used as crafts as well also.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's awesome.
And like I said, we listen to people. We try to be everything to everybody.
Yeah,
Or unfortunately, we
You
can't.
can't be.
We can't, but we're going to give it a old college try.
Yeah, man.
Try to
I
give
think
them
it
everything.
marries well to our current offerings.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
said you're not we have some of the bargain basement models,
Mhm.
and we have some higher,
Correct.
Yeah, man.
And by all means, your Ahara is competitive with even those higher ones
Yes.
without paint,
Correct.
for instance.
Yeah.
And your Tandara product is much nicer on the inside and outside than our entry level product.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's come a long way. When they founded the fifth wheel division at East to West, the bad part was it was during COVID, and
Could take no wrong.
supply chain was not there. Supply chain wasn't there. You couldn't get the parts and pieces what you wanted to put. They were building so many that to do prototypes was unheard of. And then when the supply chain really came back around in September of 23, then we were able to put our touch on the product. And we've come a long way. We're very young. When you consider a lot of the competition out there. But we feel, being a division of Forest River and Berkshire Hathaway, that we're in it for the long haul.
Yeah, man.
I took on your product during COVID for many reasons, but the first one was because, number one, when you sign on a new product, they do their best to give you some inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
So we did get some instant inventory. But I thought, being the relationship from Pete Legal, your division would get preferential treatment. So
For sure.
if there was these air conditioners that were only so limited because of the supply chain, I bet they got them. So with that being said,
I'd agree.
that turned out to be the right choice, and that was the absolute truth. So,
Yes, sir.
because Pete wasn't going to let his daughter fail.
Yeah, that's fact.
So that's actually, that's a true story, and that's what management talked about the.
Well, we appreciate your continued partnership. You guys do a wonderful job for us, and a lot of dealers after the COVID thing went away had decided, we don't need them as partner anymore, but we appreciate your partnership and continued success. And it's always enjoyable to visit with you guys and to see the same faces.
Right.
And there's places I go where when I make my visit, it's a whole different face.
Whole different ball game.
Yeah, and I can't remember what I did yesterday, so it's hard for me to remember names.
Yes.
But
I'm in that same age group, so don't laugh at me.
You're pretty tight on that. I don't know if I'd give you that one.
So when the half-ton towable product comes out, I imagine you'll send me that information.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're in the works.
I know it didn't do well
Yeah,
in that segment, so
it's a tough
probably needs to be revamped.
It's a tough segment. It's, our shortest being 27 feet,
Right.
our longest being 33 and a half. There's not much you can do with a fifth wheel at that, because more than walk in the kitchen frame, and then you're going up 2 stairs to the bathroom bedroom. So, that half ton is a tough market. There's maybe 2 or 3 floor plans most
Right.
that are successful. And we learned that we need to find those best 2 or 3. The business is there, but it's not as popular as our bed slide or our full slide Tandaras.
And with the cost of trucks today,
yes,
that used to be a big reason for people to want the half-ton towable because of the F-150s, the 1500 Chevy, all that were considerably cheaper now.
Yeah.
Not the case.
Yeah.
Unless you get a gas compared to a diesel truck.
Sure.
But you can still get a big V8 and a gas 3/4 ton truck.
Mhm.
And the difference between the F-150 and 250 is that not
as much.
Matter of fact, sometimes the 250 is cheaper.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because it's not what people want in that size. They want diesel.
Yeah, man.
See?
How crazy is that?
I'm just giving you all some information. So this wraps up our first segment.
Hey.
Stay tuned with us. We'll be right back after a short message by us.
Summertime is the perfect time to hit the open road with Giant Recreation World. Experience the freedom to go where you want, when you want with an RV. The kids are out of school and the weather's beautiful. Take advantage of special offers, low interest financing, and all perks only at Giant Recreation World, home of the lifetime warranty. Before you buy, sell, consign, trade up, or rent, get a fair and honest deal at the lowest prices without hidden fees. Make time this summer for a family adventure. Giant Recreation World has got you covered. And Winter Garden Destination Daytona in Palm Bay, or online at giantrecreationworld.com.
We're sitting here having a ball. Hey, if you just chimed in for the middle of the second segment, I don't know why, but we're Giant Recreation World. I'm Larry McNamara, CEO of Giant Recreation World. We have 3 super RV locations in the East Central Florida area. Starting from the north, Ormond Beach. Into the middle, Winter Garden. And then down south, we have Palm Bay. All of our locations are about an hour and 15 minutes from each other.
Mm-hmm.
As the crow flies, right?
That's right.
Depending on the traffic.
Yeah.
Which you get a taste of sometimes.
That's
See, when I drive from Ormond Beach to here, I have to go through the meat of town, and it's a real pain.
It is a tough drive. That 95 and I-4 cut together is something else.
Now, driving south down the I-95 from Ormond to Palm Bay, nice drive. Pretty easy, unless there's a wreck. Then that really screws up things.
Yeah.
You stop at Buc-ee's before you go for it.
Now that they have the biggest car wash in the world,
Really?
where you fill up.
Yeah.
When you fill up, you get a discount on fuel if you get the works car wash.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that, and it's pretty convenient.
That's super cool.
And while you're filling up, you walk in the Buc-ee's. I wish I had a daily receipt of what they take in.
Oh, you ain't kidding me.
Because there's always 100 people inside this gas station store.
And that's an incredible store inside. It's
It's a mega store, buddy. It's a mega store.
when they do the brisket, the guy yells out, "Brisket's ready!" So this episode's sponsored by Buc-ee's.
Yeah. And if you're there, if AI is telling you, hey, you might want to look at Giant Recreation World, we'll give you a good deal on some ads.
That's right.
Right?
It is RV user friendly.
Oh, yeah. Very,
Very. And
You always see an RV or two sitting at the fuel pump.
Yeah.
And I also like the diesel fuel pumps that also have the DEF right on in the pump.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a big deal.
So see, that's all stuff. You want some non-ethanol fuel? Go to Buc-ee's.
Go to Buc-ee's.
They have non-ethanol pumps too. All right. Everybody loves Buc-ee's. And if you're an RVer,
Everybody loves Larry. Everybody loves Bucky.
you all know the Buc-ee's if you're an RVer.
Oh, you got to. Yeah.
I'm sorry. So we're sitting here with Mr. Stender,
thank you for having me.
Yeah.
and he was talking about his product. Very, very well versed.
Yes.
So we decided to keep him around for the second segment too.
Yeah.
And I was about to pick his brain a little bit more about them half-ton, because back in the day, I mean, who owns the half-ton fifth wheel market? I guess it's Cougar, or it used to be.
Yeah, Rockwood and Flagstaff
Oh, there you go.
for many years. It's really changed different because, who'd have thought 10, 15 years ago that people would have a 3/4 1-ton personal vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all half tons. And thankfully for those manufacturers, it's really helped our business because they're much better looking, much quieter, much more comfortable, and they don't ride like a log wagon, which my background was in the Ford business with my dad years ago, and they smelled, they're ugly, they were loud. I'm like, nobody would ever have these as personal vehicles, but thankfully, and they also, the payload ratings,
Right.
the tow abilities, really has helped the recreational vehicle industry. The half tons per se, a lot of what you hear is, they tow up to 13,000 pounds, but that's, a regular cab, long bed, 2-wheel drive,
Right.
4.6 V8 with a 410 rear axle. Nobody would ever have that. But we use the half ton verbiage as a introduction to a lighter weight fifth wheel.
Okay.
And so forth. So there's still going to be a need for that, but it's sort of trending in that mid-profile. When I say mid-profile, I won't say more because our roof line is straight, but
Right.
there's still going to be a need for that half-ton, but we're going to have it nailed here in the next 30 days on the best 2 or 3 mid-profile, or I should say half-ton.
Right. I know originally the half-ton fifth wheels did have the pointed front that went down, and you couldn't stand up in there, and they even many of them had a ledge.
Yeah.
Oh.
For the
You have
bed.
to step up onto or crawl onto to get in the bed.
Yeah, those will be the half tons are non-slides, and the great thing about ours is they're non-slide. We have a standard king bed in every one of our half-ton towables. Nobody offers a standard king bed other than us. Also, you mentioned, Larry, we have a flush floor upper deck.
Right.
We do not have a 6 or 7 inch step up there. So king bed, flush floor upper deck, built-in night shades. Is a great eyeball. It hits a great price point. So it's not an introductory. It's not a entry level.
No.
It is a very nice feature, function, benefit coach for the money.
If you want an entry level product, stay with the travel trailers and buy a conventional built trailer.
Yeah.
They've been, since RV inceptions. That's how they built them.
Yeah.
So
You can see how everybody upgrades to the next, and that just you get in, you want your price point, something I can pull, and then you sleep a couple days in and go, ooh, we should probably get another air conditioner, a bigger bed.
The wife's like, I told you.
Exactly. The salesman mentioned that.
That's right.
Very few people have to have another RV. Most people just want another RV.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful part.
That's why I urge our salespeople every time they see a customer anywhere in our dealerships, whether they're service or parts, make sure you talk to them, make sure you welcome them, because they're already sold on the lifestyle, which is 3/4 of the battle.
Yeah.
And then when you tell them about our why buys and all that, which are exclusive to us,
Yes, sir.
and don't cost them any money, boom, we win.
Yeah.
We get chopped, but that's all we ask.
No brainer.
Give us a chance.
Come on.
If you're looking at that, what is it, Brinkley? Make sure you come and look at an Ahara.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot cheaper, and I think it's every bit as nice, if not nicer. So, with that being said, don't get fooled. But if you want to compete with the Joneses, come and look at our what is a Ridgefield or Rockwoods or whatever they're called.
There you go. Yeah. Everybody's got to keep up with the Joneses,
Right. I'm sorry, our Winter Garden store can't sell those because I don't want to mention them. Riverstone.
Yeah.
Riverstone.
Eventually. We'll get them.
Although you're closest to that is the Ahara.
Yeah.
Without paint, and then the Cedar Creek
Creeks,
with paint, which we just got one in special order for a customer.
Yep.
So I'm sorry, I'm talking about other products, but that's a good. It's all in the same sandbox.
Right.
There's plenty of room in our sandbox.
You're still the best, though. You're still the best.
I will say your turns are better than the aforementioned products.
Thank you. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. You just had it teed up.
And for people who want to know with turns, that means how many times in a year are you going to sell that product?
Yeah.
So
my job also working with you is get you the right floor plans at the right time,
exactly.
the right price points. And, we've, in the last, 120, 150 days, really have gotten through existing inventory to get to that point to where we're just going to stock the necessaries and just keep turning. And
as we sell stuff, we'll replace it with some of these newer ones.
Absolutely.
So that's our game plan, which we worked out already. And I'm pleased as punch with how it's going.
There you go.
I do get impatient, though, which is why I get on the website in the back end and change pricing all the time.
We're going to start limiting.
Everybody hates me doing that. They just hate me because I keep it all to myself. And I'm like, I just laugh to myself as I'm doing it.
I can see him in the background. Typing them up. Sees them working a pending deal on one. He's like, I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, so make sure you talk about it. Give us a call, leave us a message, type in the chat,
Sir.
Any ideas that you have, or if you like me doing that, let me know.
That's right.
So that's cool.
We have east-to-westrv.com as well. Also, we do have 360 virtual tours on all of our floor plans, and the new ones will be coming very soon. So if it's one that they do not currently have in inventory, or you want to do your homework prior to showing up to Giant Recreation World, where you can certainly go on there and do a 360 virtual tour. It's just like you're inside the coach.
I don't believe the 26s are yet on their website. But
Correct. Yeah.
that being said, as I get information, like I always do, I'll if I remember, I'll forward it to you.
All right.
Now that you're making all these contacts, get that right from the horse's mouth.
I even sent you some videos.
You certainly.
An hour or so, guys showing the sales team out there, and like, wow. And that's really where it is. The sales and, the dealerships have to like the product to sell it.
That's fact.
And by getting their opinion, it is really positive. So we feel strongly, a number of manufacturers may come out with a floor plan. They think it's going to do well, and it just tanks fast. But, you got to do your investigating. You got to ask questions and really use common sense. We were talking about a floor plan earlier, me and a couple sales guys, and they're like, that floor plan is really cool, but it's not practical. People will say, wow, that is cool, but it's not practical.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that about the patio units. That was also another big trend.
Mm-hmm.
And they just they're not turning like we had hoped. So,
yeah. It's impressive, like when you see it.
But the practicality part of it is,
I'm with you.
Well, that just takes my floor space out.
Yeah.
So would that be, the idea when you go to the campsite is to put your awning out and you set up camp outside under the awning, not there and in the back of the
and in the back,
the front or wherever the cat that covered patio is.
I'm with you on that. I was surprised it has a side and a back patio.
Well, they all have side patios.
Yeah,
that's an RV.
But more the lifted like that.
Oh,
that outside lifted
ramp door. A ramp
Yeah.
door,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really impede the interior of it.
Gotcha.
Like the built-on patios on the back.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that impedes in your
that
living
definitely
space.
takes off, 6-8 feet, maybe 10.
Yeah, because I think if I'm right, RVIA still is at the 429 square feet unless they've increased it. But that was 429 square feet of interior space.
Right.
That was with these slides out. So great thing, like with the Ahara, we're 102 inches wide versus, the Tandara is 96 in most of our competition.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So we give you that width there.
Even on that same, you park too close to somebody. A lot of the spots aren't that wide. Like could you even put your patio out? Might run into the guy next.
Well, the fear with something like that is trees.
Yeah, trees
and things that impede that patio from going out.
This one, I think, in the showroom is a toy hauler.
Yeah.
So you'll see more of that side.
Right.
And it's came up through the years. I've been asked about it by product managers. What do you think of a side patio floor plan? And I said, absolutely not. Because I revert back to about 15 years ago. I was talking to a dealer one day, and I said, yeah, what are your thoughts on maybe a side patio? He said, I won't buy it. I'm not downgrading what you have, but it's hard to display from a dealer standpoint. You have the showroom, so you have the room, but it's hard to display outside on a lot.
You have them next to each other type of deal.
Yeah. And you have to do your homework. If you're going to go to a campground or RV resort, you better do your homework.
Right. Yeah. The most common use for that I've heard from customers is for their little dog. It's basically a built-in dog porch.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Somewhere they could go. You don't have to lock them up.
Where before they would have to cinch them up to the
leaf,
side,
the RV
on the outside, and
leash latch.
The leash latch.
Exactly.
I wonder if that's patented.
It absolutely is.
Somebody patented that one.
It's got to be.
Obviously, you're not that versed in the toy hauler world, but they have those where you pull them out and you put them around your motorcycles or bicycles or whatever.
Yeah.
Lock it up. That's
it used to be little round thing that would bolt underneath.
Absolutely.
It would be like on a cable cut down and just take it right back and
almost like a big tape measure.
Yeah. Then the leash latch is that little triangle piece that comes out. Just put Fido right on the end of it.
That's right. So how about pets? Pet friendly options? Are y'all going to do any of those?
I tell you, the biggest thing for pet friendly, I was thinking that we were talking, was the Morite entry steps that were.
Yeah.
Gosh, I remember when it first came out. In a previous life, we had a floor plan that we catted up and thought it was a great floor plan, and looked at it, and the half bath door came out over the wheel. We're like, well, that's not going to work because you still had the steel fold-up steps. So called Morite and said, we need you to make a step. So they came out and made it where it actually clipped onto the skirt.
Right.
And then that led into flu. So that's a thing I always pitch, and I tell the salespeople, dealerships, is hats are very important to RVers.
They are.
I mean, very important to them. And I said, this step, fold down step, is very pet friendly. I remember years ago doing a tour in the plant, and the customers had brought a dog with them, and I'm talking, I look over, and he was sleeping on the step on the inner. But, we're looking at, dog bowls, food, water, and so forth. But, you get your pluses and minuses of everything. So, well, what do I do if I want to bring one outside? But the really neat thing is when I do dealer visits, I do go through parts departments.
Right.
To see the widgets.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite still is a hard-boiled egg case. Or if you're going to go see somebody in the campground, hard-boiled eggs, it carries like 8 of them.
They're always yellow.
And they're always upside down, too, right? When you get there, they're all upside. Now it's scrambled eggs.
Yep.
But it's really neat to see a lot of that, the accessories and just the little small things. And that's really what sells recreational vehicles, is the small things.
Oh, that's the customized.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Part of it.
Especially you mentioned earlier, the Tandara buyer, the Takoda buyer, the Ahara buyer. Majority of those folks have had at least one RV in their life.
Yeah.
So those folks know what's most important to them in their next recreational vehicle. And it's the smallest things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember when the plug-in Moride sold worth, but years ago, I was at a dealer and we went from the steel steps to the Moride steps, and the salesman was telling me, he goes, yeah, I sold a customer that unit a couple weeks ago. She came in the parts department, and she says, hey, I like those Moride steps. And he said, well, they're standard now. She traded the exact same floor plan not long after she had it just to get the steps.
Just to get those steps.
That's awesome.
That is.
And, that was the
quality.
That was the hot button right there. So, everybody learns, and everybody just wants and needs change.
That's true.
Man.
So back in around 95 or so, I remember being a salesperson at the Tampa Super Show, and I was showing a Santera Coachman Class A, the model 350 FL.
Wow. Whoa, all right.
It was it had a front-facing sofa, L-shaped, which was ingenuitive.
Okay.
But in the kitchen, in the corner, you open the cabinet door, kind of like three-way, bifold kind of door.
Okay.
And it was a Lazy Susan in there. And all the ladies man, loved it. And the men loved the front-facing sofa because back in the day, the TV was between the drivers and passengers.
Oh, so that was spot. Yeah.
It was perfect for everybody.
Oh,
and we sold those like chiclets until everybody copied it. Just saying, those are, like you said, the little inventions or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Invention.
Yeah, and like you said, the
Sears
thing right at the TV.
Sears.
That was a big change in the RV industry years ago. Is people used to watch TV sideways.
Yeah, right.
This way or that way or this way.
Yeah.
But then when you had forward facing, whether it's a sofa, trifold high bed sofa, or a theater seat, that really changed. Flat screen TVs is what really
makes
changed
it all. Yeah.
The recreation. The Santeras, I remember those big tube TVs. You're driving down the road, go. I mean, they're just
that, or it bumps
they fall out.
It busts the whole cabinet apart. Next thing you know, your TV's laying on your lap.
That's hilarious.
And they weighed a ton.
Could you imagine? That's crazy.
That ever happened to you, Larry? No, I was making that up.
Oh, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. What a time.
Back then, now that they were more beefy.
Yeah, man.
The cabinetry and all that were beefier.
Yeah.
We used to do pull-ups on the cabinet.
Yeah, that was. Oh, yeah. It's the old Ron Newsom. Yeah.
Until they weren't so beefy anymore, and he pulled one down.
Ripped it off the wall.
Yeah. Now they look for strength with lightweight.
There you go. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
good.
cool.
Weights of RVs, towables have really come down through the years.
Sure have.
Remember the carriage days?
I remember all that stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah. Man, those were ahead of its time. I mean, those were probably 38-foot, 17,000 pounds.
Right. Yeah.
And
was there fifth wheels?
Fifth wheels.
Wow.
Used to weigh heavy back
yeah,
then.
that's back before a 1-ton dually.
Yeah.
Could only pull
Mm-hmm.
12 or 13,000.
Would you need a semi to back up to basically? Really?
Yeah, get Toter
Yeah.
homes or whatever. Yeah.
Really?
So,
Man.
we sold the cabriolet.
Cabriolet out of Michigan. Was it White Pigeon or Centerville?
Yeah,
Is that-
Centerville.
What are those? Are those other?
Constantine.
They're Freightliner chassis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With
wow,
bodies.
that's
With
interesting.
bodies
With
on the
bodies
back.
on, yeah. It's unbelievable.
So you sold them as like a combo purchase,
In
basically.
fact, we used and you being in our business manager, our finance man here in Winter Garden, we used to be able to package truck and fifth wheel together and have
And
one loan.
loan.
Whoa.
So that was
At
and
time.
back then we were a Ford fleet dealer, and we'd buy new Ford trucks from the factory, and we'd sell them with fifth wheels.
No, it's way more.
When we'd stripe them to match,
Because you're getting RV terms rather than having a truck payment. That's beautiful.
that is pretty slick.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
One check instead of two. They
Beautiful.
didn't have auto deposit back then, auto withdrawal.
No, we didn't have bank cards either.
Could you
had an
trade?
ATM card, I think.
They didn't tap
Trade
your
one
phone like
without the other.
like you young guys. They didn't have PayPal or like you do now. You probably go up, dink.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Used to use that green
We'll
stuff.
have to pay.
Green stuff. There.
What is it? Come on, my green Amex card. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So you find that interesting?
That's very cool. How would a trade work, Larry? What if you wanted to trade the trailer but not the, you know what I mean, or vice versa? But you got one loan.
They usually only put the lien on the trailer.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Of course, they were way upside down, but hey, not our fault. Hey, we came to another hard close.
Hard close.
So we'll be right back after another short message where we'll talk about the Hot Wheels.
Giant Specialty Vehicles is Winter Garden's #1 golf cart dealership. Choose from multiple brands to match your budget, including advanced EV golf carts starting at just $79.99. Or check out the Magix or Atlas. Escape the heat in their air-conditioned showroom and try before you buy. And rent a golf cart for your next adventure. Need repairs? If you're local, it's only $20 to have your cart picked up and brought in for service. Or if you're a do-it-yourselfer, explore their parts and accessories store. Giant Specialty Vehicles. Find out more at giantspecialtyvehicles.com.
We're back, and you know what time it is.
What time?
Guess what time?
What time is it, Larry?
It's video.
It's
video time. Chris Stender still with us. He's here, and none of us, other than our producer, has seen any of these videos.
That's right.
So basically, the idea is we're going to watch it for the first time, just like you, our viewing audience, and you'll see our reaction. Let's see if it matches yours.
That's right.
This is the RV Hour, Giant Recreation World. 3 locations: Palm Bay, Ormond Beach, Winter Garden. And we're in our studio right now in the lovely Winter Garden location, our studio location. And we were talking earlier that you have been in the RV business for quite a while.
Mhm.
And the word coachman came up. So you started with them when?
That's in 2004.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coachman.
I just found out that we are the longest running coachman dealer in the country.
Wow, sir.
Awesome.
Almost 50 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next year.
Now, there were older ones, but they have all since either closed up or were bought out by the big conglomerate.
Correct.
So,
Yep.
it's another reason to love Giant Recreation World.
That's right.
Home of the lifetime warranty, home of the Priority RV Network,
And
home of the VIP Camping Club,
you're welcome.
and
Home
the
of-
area's exclusive East to West manufacturer dealer.
Which, we're a division of Forest River RVs, just like Coachman.
Just like Coachman.
Just like Coachman. Absolutely.
So, you want to cue us up and let us know
And
what we're gonna see?
here we go. So I'll do the intro talk through, and then we'll go reaction.
I appreciate it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And go.
Dead air is not our friend.
All right. Always make sure you're pulled all the way over.
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll rub out.
That'll buff right out.
I didn't know it was a toy hauler.
Try to pull all the way over.
It wasn't a toy hauler until that
Wasn't.
unfortunate.
I love the wasn't.
Oh,
Or
I
just a
love
guy
the
getting
sun.
gas. Oh, God. No. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, wow.
Always make sure your fifth wheel is
You know where I saw that first?
lower. Where?
That plays in our service department here at Giant Recreation World in Winter Garden.
Listen.
Yeah, when they're talking about their insurance
Oh,
abilities.
Oh, really?
You
That's
know,
all.
that happens, and it backs it up, and it says, just like it never happened.
don't let this be you. Listen, I know for a fact his last words were, honey, it's fine. We're going to fit.
We're fine.
Honey, it's fine. We'll clear it.
I'm not going under it. I'm going around it.
Exactly.
They know that people with RVs get gas here, okay? Obviously, they built this place for RVs.
Obviously. Here we go.
I hope nobody was injured in these.
No, nobody was hurt. Our legal team.
Are we in England again? I think.
Yeah,
we're in
this
England
is
again.
this is English.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness
Rough.
gracious.
Oh, wow.
That must be the Autobahn.
I want to tell you too.
Autobahn.
Our last video, you said, "Hey, Granny's on the street." From Monday, somebody left a comment like, "Larry cracking me up. Granny's on the street."
That's hilarious.
All right.
I don't know what that content is though, but there's a lot of little bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. This is a Florida run.
Wow, big truck for a little
Yeah.
trailer. I like it though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when you go through the dirt.
That is
His
su-
tire.
He's in the sugar sand boat.
Oh,
If you don't know what sugar sand is, come to Florida. We'll show you.
I told you just pray. Don't let off the gas. Don't let off the
I
gas.
didn't know you had massaging seats.
See the truck body on that?
Yeah.
Those are what we were referring to
Yeah.
earlier about the
Sort
truck
of.
body.
Oh, and that's really all that could pull.
Or, yeah.
So that was awesome.
Oh, look at that
Oh,
guy.
we got a special
Look at this
special
guy.
Special shout out.
Damn.
I know that guy. He works for our Winter Garden store.
Met him earlier.
So one of our guys here has been doing walkthrough videos, doing really well for him. So just want to give a shout out to Hunter on that.
What length is that?
This one here's the shortest. It's the 20-foot.
It's a Model 19, I think.
Yeah,
that's cool.
19C.
It is.
That's
It is
cool.
cool.
Yeah, man.
And when he did that video, he got 80,000 views.
No, I think he's up to
That-
like
230.
230,000.
Yeah, on that one
That's
video.
crazy.
It really is.
That's crazy.
Which, by the way, too, not even our last tank video, 721 views for you guys. Appreciate
Buddy,
you out there.
Let's
Keep
go.
it
We
going.
love you so much.
Right.
Keep watching us. We love you.
I think it's because Brandon said he loves you on the last episode.
I love you.
Tell your friends and family, and we'll love them too.
People love love. Who doesn't love
Who
love?
doesn't love love?
Exactly.
All right, here we go. Big Hunter. He's also 6 foot and change, but he's doing really well with his walkthroughs.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, no. Yeah, so sorry.
Don't get it on you.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Don't get it on you.
I just like that he tried to keep it. Whoa, all right.
Let's see what is this?
It's summertime, and the boys sitting out getting some. Thank you for watching.
Very nice.
You done.
I thought I might be some of the anime, and that would have been a little bit.
That Trey last one seemed unnecessary. I love
It was funnier when it started. I didn't realize it was going to go so fast.
I think without the music, it seemed creepier than it.
Yeah,
That really was creepy.
It was creepy.
Like, oh, a bunch of cute girls and 3 strange men.
cartoons.
Were they together or the site across from them? Like, guys, you won't believe this.
So
You gotta get out here.
my man Chris over there is like, I don't know what to say.
man.
I just don't know what to say.
I was thinking about the guy in the fifth wheel and the overhang. I'm thinking,
The
I
guy.
hope he's okay.
as much as I travel around this country and see these going down the road, I've seen a lot of gray tape on RVs. I've seen a lot of things strapped together, holding it together with boo-boos.
I will say we don't represent any of those model products.
No.
No, that's an Everest, which was only the second worst decision that this guy made. That
Yeah. That's long. That Everest is long gone. That didn't stay around long.
So
Too funny.
we're gonna introduce the hot list. So before I start, I was disappointed in that I didn't see one of my east to west fifth wheels, but I did want to give everybody a hint out there.
Yeah.
So all of the east to west fifth wheels that I was, or the fifth wheels that I was adjusting on the interweb before this episode,
Yeah.
were east to west fifth wheels.
Whoa. There you
So-
go.
You don't have many.
All for you,
You don't have many left.
So if you go on our website right now, today, prior to say Friday or whatever, or tomorrow,
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Thursday, it won't match what will be tomorrow.
Oh.
I like that.
Yeah, because I think between the 3 stores, I think we had 5 Aharas in inventory with the 395 FB coming, and I think we had 7 or 8 Tandaras,
Yeah,
and then we had 6
yeah,
Takodas.
5 actually, 5 now I think.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What I'm thinking is if someone viewing our show
Right.
comes in and mentions that they saw Chris on the podcast, Chris is going to kick in an additional. How much did you say towards the purchase of
He's gonna give him a new east to west hat.
He said hat with every purchase from someone that mentions they saw the podcast.
There you go.
Code word Stender.
And if we don't have those in time, we'll give you a giant recreation world hat.
That's right.
That's right.
Done deal.
Well, supplies less. Is there.
Whatever it takes,
already-
dirt business.
Not to be traded in for cash back.
Second time. All right.
Let's get the hot list rocking.
All right. So I'm gonna take the first one.
Come on.
It's a 2025 Coachman Apex Ultralight. It's a model 265 RBSS. Actual length 30 foot. But RB being rear bath, which is a really great floor plan for a couple. It's a great couples coach because the bath in the back, rear bath, the whole back of it is a bathroom. So it's huge.
Yeah,
you know, it has a big corner shower. So even us big RV guys can fit back there. And if you're 6'6" or whatever, you can stick your head right in the bubble.
There you go.
It has a bubble.
Skylight.
A skylight.
Little skylight.
Yeah. So you're fine. And you can move your elbows and stuff and bend over if you drop the soap.
Don't drop the soap.
Don't
drop.
I'm just saying. Some of the RV bathrooms are so small, a big guy dropping the soap, you got to get out
That's right.
To get the soap.
to get the soap. You know what I'm
so
saying?
funny.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Or when you bend over, your butt busts the door open and
Your butt busting?
yeah.
What's them doors?
I don't know where your mind is today.
Well, my mind.
Unbelievable.
Oh, we know he's at all times. Where are you going?
Button rake the video.
It's got a super slide with a big U-shaped dinette and a sofa in it. It's got a Queen Island walk-around bed with 2 wardrobes on either side.
Yeah.
It's got a good-sized kitchen with a walk-in closet and a pantry with shelves that's behind the entertainment center and TV that you don't know is there.
Oh,
But the MSRP, $53,368. Our price, $34,368.
yeah.
Wow.
$19,000 off.
You're welcome.
A laminated travel trailer.
Very solid.
And the Apex brand is all 6-side laminated product with aluminum frame all around floors and ceiling.
And they all come standard with a solar panel?
But of course,
A lot of
I don't know. That's like,
fancy pants.
do you realize how many different products we represent?
We do.
So many I can't remember. That's why I have copies of things to look at.
That's right. The guy from Forest Rivers coming like, oh, let me grab some Forest Rivers.
I don't
Not
believe-
those Forest Rivers.
He said they had 6 options or so. That's it.
That's
Probably
it. That's
one of
all.
them might be a solar panel. I don't know.
What
Might be a
are you
regular
doing?
solar panel.
Sound like the people that say, I'll never buy a Forest River again. Well, that's going to be kind of hard because they make most of it.
They make it. No. Yeah. All right.
I don't hear that very often unless they buy the brand X one that we
That's it.
saw in the video.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the ones that takes on the gas stations.
Yeah.
They don't sell those here.
Got rid of
You
all
want
of
to
them.
take this next one, sir?
Let's
Come
go,
on.
Brian.
Here we go.
All right.
2025 Forest River Salem 22 RBS.
All right.
All right. MSRP we got listed here is $45,949. It's on sale right now for $30,949. $15,000 off, boy.
Wow.
So it's a nice little travel trailer here. It's actually
Also
about
a rear bath.
dry weight is it's only 6,000 pounds. So GVWR is 7765. Not too bad there. So let's go into the floor plan. So you have a kind of a, would you consider that a rear entrance off the way to the back? It's not really a rear, right? It's not an board's the rear. What's nice about this though is the bathroom is in the entire back of the unit,
Right.
so it fills that full back. So you get a nice toilet area, nice seating for the shower areas there. Hang on, I'm all over the place.
You don't have to worry about that.
All right, so-
Basically the same kind of floor plan.
yeah, it's a lounge.
And that's a big L shaped lounge.
Chaise
A
lounge.
chaise lounge, you know,
Jeez.
but it has no dinette booth.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, she's a king size bed up front
King
though.
size bed, you know.
Versatile.
Double
So this being a Salem is the model Platinum. It's a
Ah,
Platinum
got it.
Salem, so it's got fiberglass exterior walls that's hung. Basically, they attach that to the wood frame,
Oh, okay.
so it is not a laminated product, but it does have fiberglass siding.
Oh, fancy. Yeah, man.
Love
you
that.
go.
All right, Brandon.
We have a brand new 2025 Thor Motor Coach Indigo DD35.
Yeah.
That is going to be MSRP $246,510.
Whoa,
Parker,
whoa,
friend-
whoa! Is it
Larry.
so?
Huh?
No, I'm kidding.
Larry, you shook me up not just because of that, but because you took $81,000 off the price. $81,000. Sell price $165,500. RVs. I'm kidding me. That is incredible.
That is a great deal.
This is a 2 slide out coach, actually a super slide.
Super slide.
Full wall slide
Full wall.
on the driver's side. That's amazing. Feels like a gymnasium in here. Across you have a king bed on a slide in the very back. But when you come in, very nice layout. You got the theater seating across from the dinette. You have a nice little kitchen setup, countertops across from each other, and big fridge, stackable washer and dryer prep. Beautiful little couples coach, but enough room to take your friends. Got drop down bunk over the.
Got full body paint. Got aluminum wheels. It's 19.5-inch tires, and it's a Ford F-22, 22,000-pound chassis.
It's incredibly strong.
Yeah.
Incredibly strong.
Football season's almost here.
Yes, sir. That's perfect.
And you can have a shrimp or two on the bobby as you're watching the game outside of the RV.
Who doesn't like
Under
The
the
living
awning.
area is so big, you could play a small
play football
game of football in there.
Even my dog,
and watch the other game?
Tucker, the Saint Bernard.
Oh, yeah, that's plenty of room for
Lay
him.
around in there. So
Yeah, he's a big boy.
here I'm looking at a 2025 East to West.
Hey.
East to West.
Right.
I know a guy.
It's an Entrada Class C model 2600 DS. DS for double slide.
Double slide.
In the main living area, it's got a sofa and a dinette in one slide, so they call that a slide. And in the back bedroom, you have a queen bed in the other slide and a corner bath.
Ooh, corner bath. Not
But
too bad.
because the corner bed entry door is to a corner, you can access it even with the room in.
Oh, there you go.
Doesn't
Okay.
impede though, but it has a fine-sized kitchen. It's a really good weekender. I call that a weekender RV.
Yeah, man.
That has an overhead bunk too, so it sleeps like 8 people if you have to.
Yeah, it's good family size.
The MSRP $137,506 on sale for $99,506, over $38,000 off. Wow.
Yeah.
Fastest growing Class C brand in the business is
Really is.
Entrada. Bravada also is a beautiful unit that just came out with on it.
That's their Super C, right?
Yeah.
The Bravada is. So their claim to fame with this product is, number one, it's white exterior, so it doesn't get as hot
Okay.
in the Florida sun.
That's big.
And it does not have ducted air.
Oh.
So you do not have to cool down the air ducts
to get cool
to
air.
get cold air.
The
It's
direct
right
dump.
out of the air conditioner, like the most efficient way possible.
Yeah,
And that's not an issue ever in something that's only 28 foot.
Quick
you know?
cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting that you have to
It's way more efficient.
cool the tubes. Nobody ever.
Well, you definitely have to.
Yeah, you would have to. Yeah.
And in the hot sun, those keep getting hot. So
Yeah,
you're
man.
fighting a losing battle.
Yeah.
That's a tailgater floor plan as well. Also, my one daughter did travel softball for 4 years. I was so close to buying a Class C, which would have been the perfect thing for us.
They are so easy to maneuver, just like driving a van.
And you're on a conline chassis, so a female or male both can drive it, because it's on a truck chassis.
Right?
All right.
You want to take the next one?
2025 East to West. What did you say, Brandon? It's
an Alita.
Alita 23 TK. Alita. ALITA. All right. So MSRP, we are at $149,834. It's on sale for $104,834. $45,000 off here. It's a beautiful Class C. One slide has the dinette kitchen. Your dining room area, your dinette floor seatings. It's nice chairs. A lot of nice chairs in this thing.
You lost me. You lost.
It's got a little table that hooks onto it.
Some major information he's forgetting to mention.
Yeah, major.
Major.
So this is on the Ford Transit
Oh, good call.
350 chassis.
Yeah, that's big. Yes.
It has a V6, so it isn't as tall and it isn't as wide, and it gets better fuel economy, etc.
There you go.
than that Class C we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
But still has plenty of capacity. It has a slide out that has the basically it's a love seat basically, but theater seat you can call it, with a table that goes in the a pedestal table. It goes in front
That's
of
what we got there.
it. Well, it's perfect for 2 people. Now go on.
All right.
Tell
So
us about that.
So when you come in the doorway, to your left, you have your kitchen area, microwave, countertops, sinks, and that. Okay, overhead storage. Also to the left of that there, or right of, is your 12-volt fridge, nice size fridge, and a little wardrobe for storage, little pantry action. It has a side bath, so it's a very nice size bathroom area so that you have elbow room, all of that.
And
then-
both those, it's 2 doors that open for that bathroom,
Bam.
and they'll both cinch up to where you can make it a whole really big bathroom.
Oh, okay.
They
So
both- they
if you
both-
don't need to close the door, you'd have a nice size open bathroom.
Yeah, so you have
I like that.
to change and dry off and stuff. It's very nice in there.
Very nice. Yeah, and then in
the
the
refrigerator and a little fridge, even though it's a little coach.
Full-size fridge, right?
Yes,
Home fridge, yeah, 12 volts, yeah, man. And then 2 twin beds in the back. Now, are they bunks or is it just 2 twins?
Just twin beds.
Twins. There you go.
And they can convert into a big bed.
Yeah, and then you got a little nightstand action there too. This is a pretty good travel trailer or travel Class C.
Yeah.
I like these.
Hey, you want to take us home with the last one?
I'll bring us home all the way back to Coachman on our 2025 Coachman Pursuit 27 XPS.
Yay.
Beautiful Class A here, MSRP 159,073. Luckily, Larry has taken over $63,000 off to our sale price of $96,000 and a few pennies over. Let's talk about this. Beautiful 28-foot Class A. No slides, nice and compact. Take you in and out wherever you want to go. Great softball. Little coach run around it.
Oh, yeah.
You're walking in, you still get your sofa, you still get your dinette, drop down overhead bunks. So you're still sleeping 8 people if you need. Queen bed in the back, kitchen, all the essentials, everything you need to get started. Brand new 2025 Class A under 100K.
It's the way they've been making our Class A's for years and years, with the exception of it being fully laminated,
Sure.
It's not a small chassis. It's a small in stature coach, but it's a 16,000-pound chassis.
Yeah,
So some of the other manufacturers that make those 27, 28-foot Class A's, it's a 13,000-pound chassis, which is basically a glorified Class C chassis without the van top on it. So you can't pull nothing, and you can't put stuff in it.
Put in it, yeah.
But this is basically just like all Coachmans and East Wests and all that. More than you need. Overbuilt. Let's talk about that. Overbuilt.
Remember the name Pursuit? Remember who originated the name Pursuit?
No, I'm going to learn something.
Georgia Boy.
Well, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, Georgia Boy Pursuit, and then they kept the name,
Right.
and the Coachman. A lot of names from the past, the Coachman.
We were also the nation's largest Georgia Boy dealer at one time.
Yeah.
Until they did away with them. But
Larry's also named a unit out there in the world as well.
Yeah, the Experience, the Cedar Creek Experience.
Mm-hmm.
I named that.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made a new product. They were doing away with the Silverback, and Silverback was noted because the slide rooms had peaks in them,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't need slide room covers. That was their claim to fame.
Yeah, the gorilla on the front too, right?
Yeah, right. They did, but they came out with a new product. I saw it in about 2 or 3 years ago at open house, and they says, "So what do you think about that?" I says, "Nice. What is it called?" He said, "We haven't decided yet." Well, what's the deal? What are you trying to do with it? Well, we want to give them the feeling of the Cedar Creek, the quality, but not so much. So what you want to do is give them the Cedar Creek Experience. Is that right?
That's solid.
And he was like, God. Next thing you know, they had them. That's the new name.
Experience. Yeah.
Wow. You better be getting a royalty off that one, Larry.
So we are at the close of our show this
Yay!
and I want to
Good show.
thank you very much, Mr. Stender,
Yes,
for coming and being part of our giant Recreation World family.
Yeah, man.
Well, if it wasn't for you guys, we couldn't do what we do. We really appreciate your friendship and business. Really do, and appreciate everything.
Fantastic. Hey, folks, we'll see you next week.
Yay!
Love you.
Giant Recreation World. Enter the world of